Hello guys, I'm Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. Today we're going to be cooking up some rib tips, and I want to tell you a little bit about the rib tip before I tell you what the process that I'm going to use to cook these. So the rib tip itself, guys, you've seen my rib, uh, spare rib cooking video. Some of you guys have anyway, and I trimmed these spare ribs down to a St. Louis cut. So what you have are these rib tips that are left over. So the rib tip itself comes off of the spare rib, and these rib tips are what's closest to the pig's sternum, if you will, the rib cage. So there's cartilage in here, which makes it, obviously the meat's a little bit more flexible. You won't get any bone. Sometimes you will get a rib tip. Let me see if I can find one. I know I have one, but sometimes you will get a rib tip that's got part of the sternum that's attached to it. I'll take that off if I'm going to do this. But guys, these are really, really meaty. Okay, again, these are on the bottom of the spare rib that's closest to the rib cage. So I've got maybe 6 of these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hang these on my gateway drum, and they're not going to cook very long because what I'm going to do today is make a spicy green chili pulled pork, and I'll show you the process of that. So what I'm going to use, or the recipe actually involves some habanero peppers, and I bought these a while back, but I freeze these because obviously you're not going to eat these. You're not in a really big hurry to eat these things because these things are spicy. But the recipe does call for some of these. I'm going to add probably 4 or 5 of these. I dice them up really fine with some green chilies and throw them in the crock pot after I smoke them. The rubs that I'm going to use today, guys, is this Proud Souls Soal Swine. I will leave a link on the description on my video so you guys can check out the product. It's really good stuff. This rub has a little bit of sweetness, and then the spiciness comes out kind of towards the end of it, and I really like it. I like rubs and spices that do that, where it comes on a certain flavor, then it takes on a different flavor profile, and I really like this. So guys, I just transferred this into my big shaker, and just to make it easier for me to use, keeping one hand clean. What I'm going to do, guys, again, I've got about 6 or 7 of these, and I'm actually going to hang these on my gateway drum, and I'm gonna run the hook on one side and hang them, and I'll show you guys the process of that. And I also have these extra pieces of meat. I want to put that on there as well, guys. Again, sometimes I do toss it away depending on what I'm going to do. Sometimes I toss it, sometimes I keep it. So just a light coating of olive oil, and then I'm just going to use a straight rub, again from Proud Souls, and put enough of this rub, guys. Don't be shy with it. It's got some really, really good flavor to it, guys. So, and I love that it's got some spice to it. Not anything crazy, but it's got some good heat to it. And guys, this has been in my freezer, and I took it out yesterday, and it's been thawing out in my fridge. It's the proper way to thaw meat, especially when it comes down to pork, guys. Pork and chicken, you just got to be real careful with it. You don't want anybody to get sick. But I will be finishing these off in a crock pot, but I will take you along and show you the entire cooking process on what I'm going to do. I'm not worried about trimming all this excess fat, guys, because a lot of it will come off. But this Proud Souls has a really nice red color, and I'm going to let these sweat, probably for about an hour before I put them in the gateway drum smoker, hang them. And you can see right out of the gate, guys, this stuff takes out some really nice color. I've tried that Proud Souls rub on some ribs before, and they taste really, really good. So guys, I'm going to finish the rest of these up, rub them down, and let them rest, and we'll catch you guys at the smoker. Stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back. So I've got my gateway drum at about 275 right now. That's where I want to maintain that temperature, so I'm going to watch this close, make sure I don't get a spike in temperature. But I've got my rib rack on there, and my rib tips have sweated out extremely nice. You will not be able to run the diffuser, guys, on this cook because, well, I guess you could shorten these rib tips if you wanted to. but it will hit the diffuser plate, so I took mine off. So I'm like really close to the fire down there, which is, I'm gonna try to stay on the outside edge actually of that basket, just so that these things don't get too dark on me. All right. You know what, guys, in fact, on this one, since it's extremely long and thin, I'm just gonna double it up here. Just hook it like this. Okay. Some of my smaller pieces, you know, just some of the trimmings, just gather them up in a little hook like this. Just like this. Okay. So guys, my plan is to cook these for about maybe 2.5 to 3 hours. I'll take a look at the color. I'm not really going to look at an internal temperature because I am going to finish these off in the crock pot. So we'll catch up at that point. Oh yeah. Alright guys, these rib tips have been on for about an hour now. And temperature's been holding steady right at 250 degrees. Just going to spritz it with a little bit of water. Okay, just keep the rib tips moist, if you will. I'm not trying to add any flavor. Just like so. So I think the total cook time, guys, if I can maintain this temperature at 250, is going to be 2.5 hours. Again, I'm going to finish cooking this in my crock pot. So this is what they look like so far, taking on some really nice color already. So I'm not going to open this for about another hour and a half. This is probably the last time I spritz it. So stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So the rib tips have been on my smoker for about 2.5 hours now. And I'm going to pull them out in about 30 minutes. The temperature's right at 250, so it's low and slow for sure. I've got my ingredients of what I'm going to put into my spicy green chili pulled pork. Got my crock pot on. I let it preheat for about 10 minutes. I'm going to show you what I'm going to put in there. I'm going to put a little bit of beef broth in there. Let's see. Got a couple of cups. Okay, should be good. I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of cumin, ground cumin, into that. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more of the Proud Souls rub into there as well. It's good stuff. Okay, just like so. I'm going to add a couple pinches of kosher salt. Couple pinches of oregano. Just going to give it some really good flavor. Okay, and I'm also going to add 4 bay leaves. That's about 3. That's a small one, so about 4.5 bay leaves into that. Now this is gonna probably boil for a few minutes. So while that's gonna warm up, guys, just cover it up. I'm gonna go ahead and chop my ingredients, but I do want to show you the chilies that I'm dealing with here. These chilies here, these are both from Hatch. These are what they call XXX hot. Okay, and it is a green chili, but you can see it's really small. And I want to compare that to more of your medium heat. But these guys, these little suckers right here are extremely hot. Okay, so I'm going to add a handful of these. I'm going to add a little bit more of this milder green chili. What I do to clean them, guys, real simple. You want to wear gloves first of all, especially when handling these little hot suckers here. Just pinch the stem off. And then just, again, I'm going to chop these up, guys, so I'm not looking for any type of appearance. but just dip it into some water, just a water bowl, get all the seeds out and get all the peel off. Again, just pinch the stem, and then on this one, actually you can see it still has some of the peel, so take it off. You know, I don't want any of this into my pulled pork. If you do it under the water, it seems to come off a little bit easier. And once you're done peeling the chili, just go ahead and pop it open. Just run your finger down the side and take off all the seeds. And again, it's easier if you just dip it under the water, just like that. Okay, you might get a couple of seeds, guys. It's okay to do that. So this is what the chilies actually look like. I'm gonna chop a bunch of these up. Chop up my habanero peppers. I got about 5 little habaneros, and I'm also gonna chop up a medium-sized onion. So I'm gonna chop all this stuff up and go ahead and put it in my crock pot, and I'm gonna go pull the not the shoulders, but the rib tips off of my smoker, and I will show you how I set up all of that stuff up and when I put it into my crock pot. So stay tuned. All right, guys, we're back, and I just pulled the rib tips off of my gateway drum, and I'm going to take an internal temperature. About 168. About 189. 180. So I'm about 180, guys, overall on average. Again, these things are, I mean, you can eat these things right now if you wanted to, but simply take the hook off. Guys, just one update. I only use 3 habanero peppers because these little XXX hot green chilies from Hatch, New Mexico smelled extremely hot. So what I'm gonna do, guys, to fit these into the crock pot, I'm just gonna slice these into a much more manageable size, if you will. Here are the extra pieces. I even had some ribs that I trimmed off some of the competition spares, and I'm going to throw those in there, guys. The bone's going to give you some nice flavor as well, so I'm just going to throw those in there like that. And again, I'm going to cut these bigger sizes into about half the size, just cut it in half. Just like, man, this stuff smells amazing, guys. And the only thing that's on these, guys, is the Proud Souls rub. And oh my God, I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these into my crock pot. I've already got my ingredients that I chopped up earlier: the chilies, the onion, the 3 habanero peppers, and all the spices that we talked about earlier. Just gonna throw them in here and let them get happy. And I'm gonna throw the rest of these in there, guys, and they should be ready in a couple hours. So I will catch up with you guys at that point. So stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, welcome back. So the rib tips have been in my crock pot for 3 hours now. Again, 3 hours in my smoker at 250, and then 3 hours in the crock pot. And this meat is just falling off of the bones. Okay, so it's shredding really nice. So this is ready. So what I'm going to do next, guys, is I'm going to take these pieces of meat out, just put them in the pan here, because the renderings that you see here in this crock pot, there's a lot of fat in that, okay, and I don't want any of that. Let me show you this stuff, guys. This meat is just shredding really nice and neat. Okay, so I'm gonna take this out, take it all out. If you guys don't have a gravy separator like this one here, I would highly recommend that you guys get one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take everything out, and I'm going to pour this juice, these liquids, into the gravy separator and separate the fat from the juice that I want. And I will be using some of that juice. The gravy separator does have a colander on the top of it, so I do want to catch any green chilies or anything like that I want to put back in. Take out the bay leaves, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, guys, and I'll show you what the finished product looks like, so stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back. So we're at the final stretch of this cook. I went ahead and separated all of the pork from the rib tips, and this is what I have. I'll bring you guys in closer, but you guys can see this stuff shreds really, really nice. You know, I threw away all the extra bones and stuff, the cartilage and stuff, and just got nothing but shredded pork. And I strained the juices that were in the crock pot, and obviously I caught all the green chilies and stuff, which I've already put back in here. But again, here's my gravy separator, guys. You can see how it separates the fat from the gravy. And I'm gonna add a little bit just to keep the meat nice and moist. If I can get this thing out of here. All right. So what this allows you to do, guys, is to pour the gravy into the meat and not the fat. Okay, the fat kind of stays inside the container, which is really nice. So I'm gonna add about that much. I'm also gonna add a little bit more of the Proud Souls Soal Swine rub. Guys, I tried this right out of the gateway drum before I put it in the crock pot, and it was ready, and man, it had some good flavor. I highly recommend that you guys get this. I'm gonna bring you guys in a little bit closer here. You can see this goodness that's going on in this crock pot. Okay, really nice and shredded. I haven't tasted it yet, but I will here in a little bit. And we're actually gonna make some tacos with this, guys. So you can make tacos, you can make enchiladas and stuff it with this meat, burritos. I mean, there's so many things that you can make with this. Put it in between a nice toasted French roll. I bet you that would be really good. So just mixing it real good, guys. And we're gonna go ahead and give this a taste and see what I think. Just a little bit here. Oh my God. You know, it's not as spicy as I thought it was going to be with the habaneros and the hot green chili. Guys, you know, this is just a twist to rib tips. You know, instead of the normal smoking or grilling a rib tip, if you will, you know, kind of get creative. You know, the spices come in and now, but again, it's not overpowering. It's a really good flavor. Highly recommend this, guys. I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for those of you guys that are already subscribers. I appreciate you. I promise I'll keep putting out some pretty good content for you guys. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, we'll see you.